where do I begin with this? Now, I can go on talking about how people are blaming God because the world didn't end, and people are saying that didn't the Bible say this, that this was the time it was supposed to end, and because it didn't end, now they turn into atheism and stuff like that. I can go on and talk about that, but you can hear that from Mr. Weenie himself and other people out there, because I'm not even going to talk about that, because I think I'd be just regurgitating everything they said, you know. But what I want to talk about is the people who react to Mr. Weenie's video. Now, I've been following Mr. Weenie for a while. Me and him talk every once in a while, and you know how I first know about him. Well, I first know him through AVGN, when people were talking about AVGN and the whole who did this first, who did that first, and I actually became a fan of Mr. Weenie. And then he started doing other videos like reviewing cartoons, reviewing kids' TV shows, and actually doing rant videos that, you know, I was like, this guy has a good mind. You know, even though there were some things I didn't agree with him, you know, but, you know, that's the beauties of debate. You like to have discussions with people without mudslinging, and I kind of like that. But now he did a video for the first time that pretty much talks about his religion. Which is Christianity, something I believe in too. And now I was reading some of the comments, and there's a good amount of people who are getting mad over the fact that he's talking about religion, and that people want him to stop this or they'll unsubscribe. Really? So because he is spreading the good news of his religion, and he's not forcing it on you guys, you're gonna say that because he's a Christian, you're gonna unsubscribe him? Really? Really? Oh my god. Now, I don't force people's beliefs, and I watched his video, and it didn't seem like he was forced any beliefs. I think he was just explaining some of the misunderstandings that people are having with Christianity, which a lot of people have a misunderstanding. And he was trying to explain what his personal relationship with God is. You know, he's not telling you, do this or you go to hell or something like that. He's just talking about how people are kind of blind and closed-minded, that they'll quickly believe that Christianity and religion is the problem because the world didn't end, and everyone know that it had to do with the Mayan calendar. And he was actually proving that in the Bible it said no one knows, not even Jesus himself knows when the world is going to end. The only one that knows is God, and yet everyone's still blaming God. I mean, that seemed to be the biggest thing, the end thing, that when something bad happens to you. Oh, I think that was my wife. But anyway, if something bad happens to you, you have to blame God. It's not God's fault. I mean, people make decisions. You know, people make decisions, and every decision you make, there's always a consequence. Bottom line. You know what I mean? But I'm getting a little off topic about that, but about the people who decide to unsubscribe Mr. Weenie. There was one guy that was saying, like, you know, cut this out or something like that. Cut this religious thing, or I'm gonna unsubscribe. You're making an empty threat, a threat that you're gonna unsubscribe because he's posting something that is expressing his religion and expressing his freedom of speech and freedom of religion, and you're gonna say I'm gonna unsubscribe because he's amending his thing. Alright. Oh, hi, how you doing? Doing a rant video.
You want to make $15 an hour?
Doing what?
Shoveling snow.
Okay.
Done. Bring it back to work.
That was my father-in-law. I'm actually here in Pennsylvania. But anyway, to get back to it, to make a threat like that, I kind of feel like that's like Okay, so unsubscribe. You know, the way I say when it comes to YouTube, subscribers come and subscribers go. Bottom line. You know, they come and go, you know. But you know what lasts forever? The fact that you watched the video. That's always going to stay on your history, that the fact that you watched the video. And whether you watch it for about a minute or a second or anything like that, it counts as a view. So therefore, you already supported who you don't like. So by you saying that I'm going to unsubscribe, fine. You know, go right ahead. Now, there was another person that I felt that, in the same sense, it's stupid. It's the Wrestling Jesus, and I'll be the first one to say I am not a big fan. Hey Desmond, how you doing? Say hi to everyone. I am not a big fan of Wrestling Jesus. I don't like his wrestling reviews because I think he talks right out of his ass. And when I heard that he did this on atheism and stuff like that, to me it's like, okay, that's his opinion. Hi, good wife.
Hello.
That's Kim Cat, my wife. But anyway, now I watched a little bit of his video, and I think it's a little ridiculous what he says. But at the same time, he chooses not to believe in God. That's his choice. But what made me laugh again is people who subscribe to him all of a sudden say, "I'm going to unsubscribe because you're an atheist." Why? Because. Yeah, why? Because he chose a religion or a belief that God doesn't exist, and now you're gonna unsubscribe him, and you're gonna unsubscribe Mr. Weenie because he's spreading the good news of his religion. People, be freaking open-minded. That the fact that we have the right to choose our religion, and it shouldn't dictate if we like the person or not. I mean, hell, I have friends who are atheists. I have friends who are agnostics. And you know what? I don't force my beliefs on them. I tell them about my religion. But I'm not going to say, oh, because you're an atheist, I don't want no part of you. Oh, because you're Islamic, I want no part of you. Yes, the Bible does say, you know, separate yourself from the wicked. But if that was the case, but that was in the Old Testament when they say separate yourself from the wicked. Because if that was the case, then why the heck Jesus Christ came down from heaven, and you know who he's hanging out most of the time? Sinners, prostitutes, tax collectors, thieves, murderers. He was hanging around with those guys because he felt these guys need help. He didn't hang around with other Christians, or at the time there were Christians didn't exist, but he didn't hang around with other Jews.
Yes, this is Kim.
But he mostly hang around with sinners because he wants to help them out. Most of his friends were sinners. His disciples were sinners. And that was the whole freaking message. That's the whole message, man. So when I hang around with a person who's a sinner and stuff like that, I'm a Christian, but I'm not those type of Christians that's gonna stay away from other non-Christians. Or if you're not a Christian, I'm not gonna hang out with you. Because that's seems to be the mentality for a lot of people. And the same thing with an atheist. Oh, I'm not gonna hang around with a Christian because I don't want him talking about God to me. We're freaking human beings, people. Why the hell are we just doing this to each other? We're human beings with different ideas of how to live your life. I believe in Christianity as a way to live my life. If you believe that God doesn't exist and you have your own moral code, fine. It's your choice. And in my religion, and a lot of people's religion, God gave us free will to choose what we want to do. So I chose God. So that means I'm thinking for myself, and I chose to follow God and Jesus. You chose your God-given free will to believe that there's no God. Okay, that's fine. You know, fine with you, you know. But don't use that as an excuse to say, I'm going to unsubscribe you because you believe in Christ. Oh, I don't want to hear this stuff because I'm going to unsubscribe. Or, oh, you're an atheist, so I'm going to unsubscribe you. I didn't subscribe to Wrestling Jesus at all because I just don't like his videos. But the sad thing, you know, sometimes with a train wreck or a car wreck, sometimes you just have no choice but to look. Because the guy is a train wreck. As for Mr. Weenie, if you're gonna unsubscribe him, I don't think he's sweating it, you know. And I don't think he should change his content because you say so, because he's gonna lose a subscriber. The bottom line is he already got your viewership, and the bottom line is he already got you to comment, you know. Bottom line, you know. So take what you will, you know. You may look at this video and say, okay, this is BS, you know, but I'm just speaking it from a human being's perspective. I'm not saying it as a Christian, although part of it is, but I'm saying it as a human being. Human being. We need to actually start coexisting for once, and stop saying that, oh, my religion is better, or this religion is better. I'm not want to hang out with you because of your religion and your beliefs. Can we just coexist for once? Seriously? Seriously? Hi, Kim Cat.
Hi.
Well, I gotta go. I have to spend time with the family because we're in Pennsylvania with our family and stuff. So, this is Duo Dreamer, rant number 2. Have a good day.